Okay, so when it comes to trading the pre-market session, yes, before the 9:30 opening bell, I personally like to trade that 90-minute golden window between 7:30 a.m. and 9 o'clock Eastern. All right, I want to talk about some things that you want to be very mindful of. Okay, first and foremost, when we are trading, we want to be able to follow the structure of the market. Now, when it comes to pre-market, I'm analyzing what happened during the London session. Okay, so if we were bullish London, then I'm looking for bullish movement to continue through the pre-market session leading up to the 9:30 bell. All right, so and outside of that, I'm also paying close attention to volume. Just about on every hour, let's say 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, there's a surge of volume that comes in. The window opens up. We can look for opportunities, especially if the market is hitting at a supply or demand zone, all right, on the hour volume, okay? I'm also scanning to see if there are any news events, because news is very critical when it comes to the trading. You need to have an economic calendar so that you can be privy to the economic data. There are major news releases or events that occur pretty much every single day. Most of the most important or impactful news is going to be centered around that 8:30 a.m. Eastern time window, okay? So we want to kind of, pay attention to an economic calendar. The one I use is forexfactory.com. I just use their simple tool there, and that brings me up to date on a daily session or daily to let me know what's going on as far as news. I mean, there could be CPI, PPI, NFP, U.S. job reports like the unemployment job reports, things of that nature. Kind of shift and move the market. So you want to be very mindful of what's going on there. Now, I'm not trading around the news event, okay? I do like the volume and the volatility that you see during the news event, but I don't trade right at it. I allow the news event to kind of push through, things to kind of slow down a little bit. I don't want to see no erratic volatility in the market, but I still like to trade shortly after the news events, once things have come back to normal pace, being that there's still volume in the market, okay? But outside of that, when it comes to trading pre-market, I mean, I like doing so because typically what happens coming out of the London session, whatever's going, the U.S. market tends to kind of follow suit. The volume's still there. So if we're bullish, then, I'm looking for demand setups on pullbacks to key areas where there are high probability or quality zones resting at, because the market is more likely going to tap them and then continue pushing higher. For some reason, it's just the setups are sweeter than in pre-market session, and you'll still find nice setups between 9:30 and 11 o'clock, but 11 o'clock is my cutoff time. That's when I'm pretty much closing shop. I'm no longer looking at the charts. I may come back during the afternoon session just to kind of look, but I'm not doing any trading because I'm focused on, which is part of my trading plan, just 1 or 2 setups a day. If I get the first win, then I'm done. And that's how I do it. Now, for me, I'm all about looking for key supply and demand levels or zones. Ones that are high probability. And you may say, well, what does it mean to be high probability versus low probability? I got to see the imbalance. I got to see that gap resting back at the zone, okay? It piques my interest more because I know there could be something left on the table that they may be still trying to fill orders, okay? All right, the institutions. So I like it when the market comes back. Like right here, for example, the market created this demand zone, right? We've been bullish to the upside all session, and the market comes back against this demand zone, and it rejects it, and now it's pushing back up to the upside. I love to see levels like that where's the gap at, because just to me, back at the zone, there's something there at that level, okay? So I'm primarily looking for pullbacks to key areas on my higher base chart, or where I can mark up high probability demand zones, in this case here, or supply zones if the market is bearish. And I like to get in trades once I'm in them. I want to see, when the market falls through. I want to see nice amount of volume in the market. That's going to kind of carry my trade through. I don't want to get into a trade and be sitting in it and it's kind of seesawing around and it's up and down, up and down. I tend to go ahead and get out of trade setups like that, because if the market is not ready, that just tells you the market's not ready to move. It's really not got any force behind it. It's really not, pushing hard in one particular direction. So I'm just going to go ahead and close, position at break even or something like that. But that first 90-minute window, when it comes to looking for high probability zones, it just really all boils down to understanding the structure of the market and looking for those quality, yes, I said quality setups where there is an imbalance or gap at the zone. I mean, that's just simply put. Stay away from those major economic news events that occur during pre-market at 8:30 in the morning. And if you do that, then you're going to find yourself finding some great quality setups. And I want to say this now, you may not always, find a higher base or higher time frame zone on your higher base chart, like how I marked mine up on a higher base to start with and then move down to a lower entry chart to look for a zone within a zone. That confluence thing that I talk about is part of the strategy. And those that are watching right now that want to really dive deeper and get more information surrounding the strategy, you may want to become an elite member. It's very inexpensive. It's only $6.99. And I'm only saying that because we have had, lots of traders that have come and join up to become an elite member, and they have found their way to profitability now. They're consistent, making money. Some of them are still part of our Discord community. This is not a tie-in to the Discord. The Discord is actually free. If you want to become an elite member to where you get the trade breakdowns, the video playlist, and the market structure video, just basically for $6.99 a month. You can cut it at any time if you choose to, but that's cheaper than the price of a cup of coffee that most people spend on a daily basis. And something that can be life-changing to you, especially if you're looking to really want to trade futures and learn, a good way and a strategy how to trade. This is that content that's provided privately for those group of individuals. And thank you for everyone that is part of that community for supporting my efforts as a content creator. When you sit down and review the videos, and as I walk you through these trade setups, you start to grasp an understanding. The more that you spend time watching the videos and watching those trade breakdowns, as I walk you through and talk to you about market structure, the strategy, breaking it down, what I was looking for in those trade setups, where to place your target profit, where to place your stop loss, things of that nature. I walk you through the setups so you can see them in real time. These are some of the same setups that I posted over on our Discord community. Again, for all those that are part of the elite, who are elite members, thank you for supporting my efforts. If you want to become an elite member and gain access to all that additional content where I really dive deep into the strategy and walk you through these setups, the link is down in the description portion of the video. Just scroll down. You'll see that the first one's the Discord. It's free to join the Discord. The second link is the to become a elite member. You click on it, 2 tiers are going to pop up. Make sure to choose that second one for $6.99. That's a month, and that will give you direct access after that. But, that's up to you, okay? But again, you're going to have to learn from somewhere, right? All right, unless you want to spend hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars through someone else's trading course. I don't have a training program. I don't have a mentorship program. I don't do all those bells and whistles like most of these so-called gurus out here try to do. I'm just sharing with you, my experience, what has made me and led me to profitability and how I'm consistently able to do so. And it's all boils down to looking for the right setup. So if you're interested, the link is there to become an elite member. But again, what I'm basically doing and looking for is just, pre-market is just looking for high probability setups in the market. If there is not a zone, between that 7:30 and 9 o'clock window on my higher base chart that I can mark up, then I'm just going to look at my lower base chart. I can look at my 24 range chart to see, okay, if we're bullish on the higher base chart, but we haven't tapped into any major zone on the higher base, then I'm waiting for the market to show me where it's breaking structure to the upside on the lower base and then continue moving in that same direction, looking for pullbacks on the 24 range to go long. Simple as that. As long as you're moving in the direction of what's going on in the higher base chart, then you're going to be good, okay? Of course, the market can reverse at any time, but that's why I like trading that 7:30 to 9 o'clock window, because we're coming out of London, we're in pre-market U.S. session, and then the market typically likes to follow suit. The pullbacks to these key areas of supply and demand, they're just smooth. Seriously, like they work out a lot better than the pre-market than when you got a lot of volatility pumping into the actual opening of the 9:30 session. Okay, so again, you can trade how you want to. I'm just telling you, I love the trade pre-market because for me, it's all about, for one, if I could get my first setup before the market even actually opens up, I'm done. Okay, and that just provides more time for me to do other things that I need to do throughout my day. All right, so that's pretty much in a nutshell what I do to gear myself up, pre-market to start looking for these great quality setups. All right. And you can do the same. But if you want to really dive deep into the strategy to where I'm breaking things down, spend some time watching the video content on the channel. You may want to think about also becoming an elite member to give you direct access to really those trade breakdowns, because that's where the meat, where the substance of everything kind of comes into fold, so that you can grasp a better understanding. But that's all I have today in this video. I wanted to share that with you. So again, spend some time watching the video content. My strategy may not be for everyone, but does it work? Yes. You can ask people who are part of our Discord community, and they will tell you just the same, okay? But outside of that, I appreciate you. If you're not a current subscriber, please take the time to go ahead and sub by clicking the subscribe button. Make sure to turn your post notifications on so you don't miss any of the uploads that I post. I pretty much post every single day, or I should say daily. Sometimes I'll, may miss a day and I'm back the next day. But in most instances, I'm posting a video about every day. And the reason why is because I want to push the strategy, and I really want to see people become successful. So, but outside of that, that's all I have. If you found value in today's video, please make sure to click that thumbs up button, drop a like on the video. I'd appreciate it. Take care. See you in the next one.